We have been exposed to a culture called the Colonan people.
Oh,
They share a planet with, I believe, the Turanians and the Andari Federation, if I'm remembering correctly.
that's right. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Of
And
course you
the
do.
seasoned, well, not necessarily. And you appear in the second half of, maybe not the second half, but you appear in season 6 as Ambassador Dreylock,
Mhm.
who it was season 6, right? Was your first, or was it season 7? I believe you
So season
appear in
6,
season 6, yes,
and
along with
then
Dean
and then a couple
Stockwell.
in season 7. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the part that I miss. And Jonas Quinn is a renegade and a
Mhm.
traitor, and you have to play this woman who is going down the middle of the road because, yes, these people have stolen something from us with his assistance. Don't know if he's complicit or not.
Mhm.
We've also got enemies at our back doorstep, and we need their help. So we're going to play this kind of middle of the road according to what the First Minister wants. Tell me
Mhm.
about getting and portraying Ambassador Dreylock.
Well, my first point of business was really to discover what an ambassador is, because I think you've just summed up what that job entails. Is you can't lose your cool. You cannot have strong or show your strong opinions on either side of the line, and you have to back your first minister and be wise at the same time. So I spent a lot of time looking at ambassadors and thinking about how their ambition drove them to that job,
Mm,
how they acceded to that role, and I felt quite confident actually that my patrician looks, my voice, there are things that I could use of my own self to portray a wise council person.
you can accentuate your softness.
Yes, yes. And you notice that in what I noticed going back and watching them again was I did use that voice, that sort of softer voice that I can use, and so I chose that particularly because I did not want to antagonize anybody I was speaking to. So yeah, it was fascinating to use what I have, but focus it in on what my job entailed.
Mm,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Any highlights from working with Dean Stockwell, Corin Nemec? Um, Anything that stands out from that early episode?
Again, Dean Stockwell has been around,
Yeah.
had been around for a long time. So
Yeah.
there was just watching um, his the grow the fallout, the rollout of what he was doing.
Yeah.
Fascinating at the beginning because you were not to expect anything that happened in the story later. Um, his true beliefs and the resistance in everything that he believed in that episode. And Karin, you know, serious young actor, really, again, fun to watch because of his focus. Um, but no, I think I was so thrilled at that point to have a role that I hoped would reoccur, that would uh, allowed me to be a wise woman. I think you don't often get to play those kinds of roles where you, as a woman, is in that sort of a position, plus to be able to embody your wisdom. Uh,
Did any
yeah.
of the weight on her shoulders transfer to you? Did you feel that, in inhabiting the performance of what was at stake? Or is it, this is a role and I'm going to take it on and, I'm going to do my research and I'm going to play it?
Again, I mean, yes to both questions. I think one of the things that I do is I will, as I've already mentioned, I go to my own body, to my own voice. What can I do to embody this character? And I
Mm-hmm.
think you'll notice that I was ramrod straight throughout the portrayal, and I felt that it would give me command.
Mm-hmm.
My body would give me command, but my voice would be soft. So I really like to obviously use the personal attributes that I have. Um, but was there weight? Of course. I think
Mm-hmm.
the weight of having this so-called nuclear power at my fingertips, not at my fingertips, but within my
Certainly his
world.
ear.
Yes. So I think that was the weight that I carried, was this idea of nuclear power and what it could do to destroy my world and threaten other worlds.
This is always a repeating, narrative in our society, that these particular episodes really connect to that. But also, in terms of talking about the role and finding play in it, the script only affords you so much elasticity, so you're bound largely by the document. But at the same time, you get directors like DeLuise and Wood, and it's like, what are they going to throw at us that, we didn't expect coming off this page? And here it is. They're delivering it, and Rick as well. But
Yeah.
I frequently hear the word recurring bandied about on this show, or people are like, oh, I was told it may be recurring. And part of them is like, oh, it may be recurring. But in your case, it was. What was that like?
It's the luck of the draw, though,
Yeah.
because they can't say any more than when they contract you, they'll say, well, it may be recurring,
Yep.
because they don't want to, put it in stone that you're going to be in more than one episode. That would be financially killer. But when I heard that I was coming back in season 7, I was so excited. I thought, okay, what's my storyline? What do I get to do? It's too bad in was it Homecoming, or was it
It's Homecoming.
Fallout? I don't remember which one it was, but there was this battle scene, and it was too bad because I'm a black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh,
So
you're 2 belts higher than me in Taekwondo. Red belt, black belt.
Great. It's a again, very focusing sport.
Yes, ma'am. No,
But-
ma'am.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
But I got a chance to, I think it was Martin. So I said to him, listen, I'm a black belt. If you want me to do anything, any stunts, any fights, please let me at it. So they did a huge shot where the camera was going round and round, and I got to take out a few bad guys. And it was a thrill because it was the first time I'd ever been able to use that skill. And it didn't end up in the end.
Yeah,
No,
there's a shootout
well,
with the Jaffa in
Yeah.
Fallen near the end. So Dreylock kicks ass.
I did, but you didn't get to see it. But that's okay. The fact that on a set with time constraints, you can say to a director, listen, I can do this, use me. And he did. He let me have at her. So I was really thrilled by that.
You never know what you're going to get on the day.
I know.
Sometimes things just pop up, and you can't get swept away with, God, will it be in the edit?
No.
That's not but it's so
that's
easy to
not.
do that.
Yeah, no, I don't tend to think that way. I just think, oh, come on, please, coach, put me in,
Right, exactly. Let's do it on the day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. I love shadow play for a number of different reasons, including Dean's performance. Everybody is great. But really, in hindsight, I think that it would have been more. I'm just curious if you, as a fellow viewer of the episode, I think that it would have been more intense if the bombs had already started falling. Yeah. And the Colonans are being wiped out. These are desperate times. We need something with a greater punch. Help us. See that person out there? They're about to die. What do you do? There was but in this episode, the version that they chose to go with was a little bit more. We can spend more time at the conference table just working through this, because really, I guess at its core, it's not what's happening to the Langara, the Colonans, later Langara, the Colonans specifically, as much as what's happening to Jonas, and that's what's facilitating the story. He's being forced to confront the fact that he's returned to a planet he's been exiled from, and so it's probably best for the story that was the way that they were going.
Yeah, I mean, the conference table stuff was important, that the sort of politics of the event. Absolutely. But you're right, the action and the humanity of his story, that's what I've felt about Stargate from the beginning, is they were always very good about, or very clever in making each story have that line, that storyline that could twang your heartstrings, as well as the political environment in which you were in. I think that's what was its strength, personally.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. You can find the full live stream shows on our YouTube channel or visit dialthegate.com for the complete schedule. See you on the other side.